I'm just too old school. And my other problem is I'm the world's worst self promoter. Just about any gig I've gotten, they've come to me. I haven't come to them. And and if somebody asks, I might try it. But it's when you write and that's your livelihood, you tend to say, I'm not giving it away. You know, somebody says, will you review my album on Amazon? No, I get paid to review. I'm not going to give out reviews. Um, will you write a blog? Well, not if I'm not going to get paid for it. And this has not spread the word about my talents, but that's just the way. When Bill Russell died, uh, one of my favorite, maybe my favorite TV shows, Pardon the Interruption on ESPN. And when they talked about Bill Russell, they talked about how he lived life on his own terms. And and I thought, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, you know. And let me go back to another seminal moment in Metronome magazine. Um, and Sonny Rollins. Sonny Rollins was already a fan of mine from like the first 6 months I was into jazz. And what I knew was here was Sonny Rollins, who was considered the greatest jazz tenor saxophonist. And in 1959, he just dropped out and nobody knew what he was doing for the next 2 years. And in a summer 1961 issue of Metronome, there's a story about a music critic who's walking across the Brooklyn Bridge and he hears somebody playing a saxophone. And it's Buster Jones, okay? And the Brooklyn Bridge is really the Williamsburg Bridge, as it turns out. And he goes and he listens and he comes back day after day and listens and he finally talks to him. And he said, Buster, why did you do this? Why did you drop out? And there are a variety of reasons, but one that struck me was because I wasn't as good as people said I was. Okay. And I said, that I want to be that guy. Okay. I don't mean I want to play the saxophone. I want to be the guy who is his own judge of his own value. So I always say all of my friends either wanted to be Stan Musial or JFK. I wanted to be Sonny Rollins. Okay. Not Sonny Rollins, the saxophonist, but Sonny Rollins, the human being. And getting to know Sonny and his wife, Lucille, uh, have been one of the great experiences of my life. And getting to know Betty Carter, the late Betty Carter. I put those two above all the many, many great artists and dear friends I've made. But because they were both independent, they both knew their own mind, they both were going to do it their way.